I went back for 5 days just to Toronto, and I just straight up like partied, like a different group of friends. I went out with my, like, you know, friends from my hometown. Then I went out with like a bunch of comedians, then like college friends. I just straight up did like a day drink.
Got polluted.
Just getting polluted. And it was one of those things where, you know, not that many people had seen each other. So it was, we would go to the park and there'd be like a group of 10 people. And then like every time a new guy came in, it was like, oh, you know, my one buddy, he wasn't going to come through because he was at a cottage with his girlfriend and he kept seeing the Instagram stories and he got so like FOMO that he literally told his girlfriend he's coming home and he brought her home on like the Saturday night to come party. He said his girlfriend sat in the car steaming for 3 hours. They got her cottage weekend short. It was like a bunch of his boys were hanging out in town.
Man, that type of FOMO, that's the type of dude that loses their house on Bitcoin. You know, on the last day. Like, fuck, everyone's getting rich. I got to put it all in.
I know. Dude, I lost 60 grand on this stock. It was Topps baseball cards, but it was like a SPAC that was buying that. And my buddy Danny that I do the podcast with and everything, he was all in on this. Like he had so much money and this was like his big play and he was pushing it to me and I put way too much money in and I lost $60,000 like last week that's
awesome.
Dude, it's tough. Yeah. Like it was like it was one of those things I like woke up almost like kind of thinking it was a dream and then I looked at my phone and it wasn't again.
Did Lewis has started to buy like NFTs like these little brick things.
Yeah.
How much more? Like real? Are you really investing or are you dropping like a few $100?
No, he bought, well, I mean, for us, like that's a lot of money. He bought like a
$200?
$1,000.
Yeah.
Right?
He
put 1,000 into like this thing. No, I think it's a lot of money. You know why I think it's a lot of money? Because it doesn't exist. You're putting money into a JPEG. That's a lot of money for like a PNG.
Yeah.
What did you buy?
I bought a picture of a brick for $900.
What a waste of money.
No, just a stone brick with a green background. And I'm happy to report, Luke, that I'm going to piss you off with this. That brick is now worth $7,000.
Okay, that makes
Stop it. Really?
Yeah.
But who dictates? It's just like the market. Like who dictates that this is now
people
worth
who have
$7,000?
made like millions out of cryptocurrency and have no idea what to buy. It's like, you know what it is? It's like a digital flex. Buying an NFT and changing your profile picture to a picture of it. It's like the new posting a Rolex onto your Instagram story.
Yeah,
like that's kind of how I'm seeing it. I don't know if it's gonna last. Like,
have you sold it yet?
Nah, I'm waiting until it goes to 10, baby.
Oh my god!
Well,
I'm a big believer in bricks.
It might get up. I mean, it's pretty early in this game, but yeah, who knows where it's going to go. But like, so many bands are releasing their albums that way, and you know, hip hop artists and stuff. So
I think it's cool. I think that whether or not the shit that I'm buying is going to last, I think the technology will, because it's the only way to verify ownership of a digital asset, and the world is going digital. So to me, it just kind of makes sense. Like, it's the only way to prove you own something that lives in a world that we're just moving further and further towards.
I think that more importantly, that's the kind of stuff you need to be saying to women at bars.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is the way the world's going. It's a digital asset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I had a
classic meme of the guy yelling at a girl at a bar.
Yeah, you're really backing up that figurine in the background, aren't you?
Oh yeah. No, I had an argument with one of my friends. He's got like crazy money, right? This guy that I know online, he's got stupid money, and he's like real anti NFTs. He goes, man, I'm telling you, it's not going to work. And you know why? I'm like, why? And he goes, rich people, why do they buy Ferraris? I'm like, because they like the cars. He goes, no, to get pussy. I'm like, correct. That's true. Big motivator. Yeah. And he goes, no one, and I mean no one, is getting pussy out of a picture of a cat. I'm like, okay, I'm selling everything.
Yeah, you're going to walk into the bar like, yes, I'm him. What? The guy with the brick.
Yeah, pull out my phone and I go, this is just a screenshot, but if I show you the blockchain, I can verify my ownership.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I dropped my phone. That's just my NFT of a brick. Yeah. I can verify ownership. Your Tinder, like someone's Tinder profile is the verification of ownership.
It links to their fucking wallet. They go, check this out. Oh no, I forgot my seed phrase.
Yeah, so it's very possible that that's true, but I don't know. It is. I feel like I do get it, so I think it could go one way or the other.
Oh, that's all this crypto bullshit. It's like either it's going to the moon or a lot of people are losing houses.
Yeah, my body. I have so many friends that like I kind of been making some videos about this stuff too. But there's like I have like so many friends that are essentially broke and they're messaging like every day being like, yo, you have to buy this coin, this, and there's like, you know, it's always like, no, not financial advice. You have to buy. And then the next day, like everything tanked. When we knew it was going to tank, me and my buddy Danny were saying, he was messaging one of our buddies who's a comedian, who's a moron. He was our buddy JJ, who's also a moron, was messaging me being like, hey, me and that dude got together to do technical analysis of the stock charts. We're like, this is over tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just two of the biggest idiots you know, looking at charts and graphs, like predicting what's happening with crypto.
Dude, that's such a good indicator. I remember not this most recent crash, the previous crash when Luke and I worked in radio. This is when I should have sold. I walked into the radio office and Luke and we saw the sales team and the customer service team both looking at Bitcoin charts. That's when I should have sold. When the office workers who have never thought about crypto in their life are refreshing the price while they should be working. Should have got out. And that deciding not, when I saw that and went, oh, everyone's into it, it's going to go up. That's what cost me a lot of money.
And you know when he sold, Lewis is smart. You know when he sold the first time, and you are bloody welcome for this. I'm an idiot, right? And one day I came in and I was like, oh, this is like 6 months ago. I was like, boys, thinking of getting into the crypto game. And then Lewis and Keelan were just like, fuck this, and just sold everything.
You bought their shares.
Yeah, Luke's holding my bags right now.
Yeah. And then I didn't get into the crypto game because yeah, I forgot.
That's the oldest, you know, I think it was Warren Buffett or whatever, but when the shoe shine boy starts telling you about stock picks, that's when you knew it was going to crash.
Yeah. Well, that brings me to the next thing I want to do on the show. Luke, would you like to buy my brick?
Absolutely not.
Fuck.
$1. Have you sold an NFT?
Yeah, I've sold. I made a real talk, like a video on my Instagram, like trashing NFTs, and then I turned that into an NFT, and then a bunch of people bought it, and then I used that money to buy the brick.
How much? So you made $1,000 selling this video?
Yeah. Because I sold it and then the price of Ethereum went up, which was what people bought it with. So it's like some weird growth hack where you buy an NFT with crypto, and then if the NFT goes up in price, but then also the currency you purchased it with goes up in price, it's like double growth.
Does that show still? Lewis last year was putting our joint money into crypto on the show, right? Without consulting me. What?
Yeah.
Is there an update on that? Do we still have money in Ethereum? Because we sold the Doge.
No, we still have the Doge.
Right. Yeah. What's that worth now? Has that gone down? Is that why you haven't talked to me about it? Because you've lost it all?
Any day that's gone back to the moon, though.
Yeah. Let me have a look. I haven't looked at it for a while.
This is the thing, Ryan, is I have to deal with this man who's obsessed with like all this stuff. I have like no interest in it. So then he gets my money because he knows I don't care. And then he just puts it, he goes, no,
our money.
Well, it's half my money. And he just puts it into shit. And then when it goes up, he doesn't shut up about it. And then when it goes down, I haven't got an update for 4 months. Which means
it's on the ones that are doing good. You're like, what happened to our $10,000 of Doge? You're like, the brick has doubled.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I'm like, man, I'm making heaps on bricks. I might turn this brick into a real brick house. But all that other stuff, bro, that's my mortgage gone. Looking at the Doge, we put $1,000 into Doge at the start of the year, and mate, great news. After it tanked to like 300, it's now worth 800, so we're almost back to zero.
Almost back. Hell yeah, that's good.